Good morning, Sean. So it turns out I am in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Here I am. There's the ocean. So that's where we are. I'm not a big fan of vacations, but this one's pretty all right so far. I'll tell you more about it in a bit. First, I just wanted to touch on your video. Awesome video. Way to go. Your production quality is just so much higher than me. I'll get there someday. For now, you just get me walking still. No B-roll, no nothing. Just my words. At least my background upgraded significantly today. Hopefully the waves aren't too loud over my voice. On your video, two things that I wanted to touch on is that's awesome that you know how to play, Sean. I am terrible at playing and I'm not sure I even know how to play anymore. But I'm hoping my kids can teach me before it's too late and they're too old and don't know how to play either. And then the other one was the work thing. You know, you kind of, when you go away from work and you stop working with all your work friends, the work friends kind of disappear with you. And I knew that was the case, and that's why I was so afraid of letting you buy out the rest of the shares. And I've prayed with God for a while with that and wrestled with him. And he very clearly told me that rest easy. Your relationship with Sean isn't just work, it's more in Jesus now anyways, and work just happens to still be there. And this video series proves that above and beyond, and really appreciate that we can still continue to grow our relationship. And as a, you know, the biggest reason is also strengthening my faith with Jesus. There's not a whole lot of earthly things pushing me to get closer to Jesus, but you're certainly one of those things here on earth that still does that, so thank you. Back to the vacation. I really just appreciate my wife, Nicole. It's probably going to be a big day for the Rayboyns today. I have a feeling the pieces that we've been putting together with God are going to start to pick up and heat up a little bit today and perhaps this week, which is good because that gives me something to do on vacation. I am the type that is really bad at vacations, but I think I'm going to do this one pretty well because I'm really grateful for everything Nicole put together. I'm grateful that she invited another family that's very important to her and very close to her, and we don't get to see them as much as we'd like, so this week is an awesome opportunity for that. And really grateful, and you know, with the pieces of the puzzle that we're putting together with God. She very clearly told me all of her opinion last night, which was super useful because I wasn't feeling as much of a push because there's so many earthly things that were fighting what we were wanting to do. And so she told me what it meant to her, and that was huge for me. And she said, it's ultimately your decision, Ben. And I really appreciate that. If you want to know more why I appreciate that so deeply, and it's such a huge deal to me, go back to my first video and you'll hear another 5 minutes on it. Looking forward to the week. Looking forward to hearing more about your video. You really left it at a cliffhanger. I think that's the biggest cliffhanger yet. Definitely did not have resolution, but luckily you gave me enough substance that it was still awesome. And cool to have Captain Chris on there. Hey, Captain Chris. So tomorrow's another day. Looking forward to this one. Love you, Sean.